What's up everyone? Okay, so before I get into this review, I just have to give a mention to the title screen's music. Listen to this. Weeping Willow is a visual novel that, depending on what you're after, will keep players on the edge of their seats with its engaging story. Developed by Sometimes You, this game takes place in the medieval town of Weidendorf, which has been quarantined due to a plague outbreak in the poor neighbourhoods. The story revolves around a mysterious disappearance of the husband of the main character, Baron von Wolf, and the events that unfold after his return. The game is a kinetic visual novel, which means that the player doesn't have any choices to make throughout the story. While some players may prefer games that allow for more interactivity, Weeping Willow is purely for those who just want to sit back and enjoy the story and the characters. The story is well written, although it does have a very slow start. It's filled with twists and turns, and just when you think you have everything figured out, a new piece of information is revealed that changes everything. The characters in Weeping Willow are likeable with their own motivations and agendas, but no one really stands out amongst the others, and they do become forgettable. The main character, Baroness von Wolf, is forced to navigate a dangerous situation in a world that's not always kind to women. She's a compelling protagonist who's easy to root for, and her journey throughout the game is thrilling. The visuals are colourful, cartoony and clean, while the music in Weeping Willow is noteworthy. The soundtrack is haunting and adds to the game's overall atmosphere. It's the perfect accompaniment to the game's story, and it does an excellent job of setting the mood for each scene. The game's length is on the shorter side, with a playtime of around 2 to 3 hours, but it does mean that Weeping Willow doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a perfect title for players who are looking for a short but satisfying experience. As mentioned before, Weeping Willow is a linear experience with no choices or branching paths. While this may be disappointing for players who enjoy making decisions that impact the story, the game's narrative does its best to make up for this. It's a game that's best enjoyed as a story, and the lack of choices allows the player to fully immerse themselves in the world and its characters. I would be hard pressed to call this a game, as you don't actually do anything. This is definitely just a 2-hour visual story. Weeping Willow is definitely for fans of visual novels and detective stories. With its linear design with no choices and forgettable characters, it would be difficult for me to recommend this one to anyone else. It's a shame that more agency wasn't given to players, as there could have been a real Columbo-style detective game in here, and I kept waiting for something to happen that I was able to do. As it stands, Weeping Willow just wasn't the game for me. Weeping Willow releases on the 3rd of May on the Nintendo eShop, priced at $4.49 in the UK and $4.99 in the US. Does it look like the sort of game that you'll enjoy? If you do decide to try it out, let me know what you think about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.